We're going to be working on the custom Pokeball that I showed you in my last video, which was a tad too long, so we're going to try and keep this one a lot shorter. Now, if I can find where I put it, there we go, Pokeball. Here is my Bulbasaur, green LED, standard Pokeball, just like the ones that you would get your starter Pokemon in. Now we're not going to cover the case that I showed you last time, we're just going to look exclusively at the Pokeball. Now, the ones that I've made are for display and for personal purpose. Okay, I do not plan on selling these ones. So what I'm going to show you is very quick, very easy, kind of shoddy. Do not give these as gifts or anything if you're going to do them, because your electrical work that I'm about to do will be a bit shoddy. If you do better electrical work, if you like actually, when you're attaching the wires, if you're going to crimp them and things like that, great, have fun. I'm not doing this, it's just for display. I literally am wrapping my cables in electrical tape and putting them in the ball. Nice and simple. So, I've started with the Pokeball, I've removed the electricals from it, left the LED on it. Now I will put links in the description of where to buy each item you need. Everything there. So, we'll start with the Pokeball itself. Descriptions in the description, link in description thing below, down there, bottom, you know what I'm talking about. So, link for Pokeballs there, buy them off of eBay or off of AliExpress, it's quite good as well. You buy standard 7cm Pokeballs, that's what I went with. I thought they just looked more like the game size when you look at the artwork for the original game. Ash Ketchum's ones look a lot bigger. I think they might be, if you're going for the cartoon style, maybe go for the 9cm. But personally, 7cm Pokeball I think looks more about game size. Whenever you see in the original booklet, the Pokemon Trainer's Manual that you got with red, blue and yellow, or green if you're Japanese, you could always see their fingers covering the front of the Pokeball quite clearly, whereas the larger, and they have got quite small hands, but you might have larger hands, maybe it looks fine with the 9cm for you. But, so, what we're going to do is, you take the original Pokeball, one you had, Dremel, drill, whatever you've got, drill through the button, Dremel it away, the white button. Now I've found that when I go just past, like to the point where I have no white button left, that is just the right size for the LED fitting, which once again, we'll put the link in the description below. These will mostly be UK links because I live in the UK, but I'm sure you'll be able to find the same product in the US or wherever else you may be. Now you have to use the right connector. That's it there. These are the connectors that I use because the seller of these also sells the connection plug for these, so you're not having to hook cables straight into them. When I originally bought them, the actual wiring from the battery pack, I used to have to wire straight into these through the wee holes, and it was hell because I would have to have soldered it, and I can't be arsed with that. So get these from the exact same seller, not this part, this is the battery pack, this here is what you're getting. There's also a yellow cable that comes off this, but I removed it because it is completely unnecessary for this particular project. So this fits straight in. I'm just gonna, yeah, that way. So this literally plugs straight in. Red LED, which doesn't show up too well because of the light, but LED doesn't show up too well on camera, but it looks great when you see it in person. So you buy this, you buy this. Like I said, this entire Pokeball build is going to be very cheap compared to the custom Pokeballs that you can buy yourself online. Phoenix Orbs, I want to say, I think was the name of the seller I remember always selling the custom Pokeballs, and they were quite expensive. Especially the original Pokeballs, they were basically just this. This is all they were, no different than what we're making now. Maybe slightly more professionally put together, but it was a cheap children's toy 7cm Pokeball that they used. Obviously through time they now make better ones. I'm sure you've maybe seen their stainless steel ones, things like that. Some are very beautiful. Yeah, you have the ones that have the shake, the sound, things like that. But we're making standard, light, nothing fancy. Now the Pokeballs, you'll be able to buy them in different designs. You'll be able to buy the likes of Great Balls, Master Balls, Ultra Balls, obviously all the other ones throughout the different appearances in the games. There's also a GS Ball, which I will be working on in the future. I do want to do the GS Ball. I'll be buying the GS Pokeball. The only reason I'll be buying that specific one to do it is because it already has GS written on it, well, printed on it, which I will be using a Dremel to engrave a bit better, just engraving through it, and I'll be getting a full paint job using proper, you know, get a nice gold, a nice silver, little touch up in certain areas just to make it look nice, but make it look a bit more brushed, maybe tarnish it a little. I don't know what colour of light, probably green, since it's Celebi, I believe, was meant to actually be in the GS Ball. So, back to what we're doing here. Drill through, Dremel away. If you do not have a Dremel, don't worry about it. Drill through the hole, most house of a drill. If you don't have a drill, I really don't know what you're going to do beyond that. If you don't have a drill or a Dremel, I don't know how you're doing any of this stuff. So, through, Dremel round, no Dremel, fine. Bit of sandpaper around a pen or a pencil, in the hole, sand away. Be a lot of work, but you'll get it done. It's very, very easy plastic. It's not tough to get through. Once it's through, you should find, if you've drilled to just past the button, your LED should fit in perfect to the point where you can actually screw it in. Now, you don't have to have it fitting that perfect. It can be a little loose because you get a nut with the LED, which you just put on. Now, you will find that there is a small part here, see it right there, which obviously is part of the closing mechanism, locking mechanism, whatever you want to call it. It might get in the way, but once you've screwed far enough down that the nut sits underneath the ledge of it, you can just spin the button itself and your nut should just work its way down. Let's just tighten this right up so it's nice and secure. Right, so that's your button on. Now it looks cool as it is. You know, if you didn't want the fancy light on it, you could just have a nice metal buttoned Pokeball, nice for display, you know, very lightweight. Kind of front heavy though. You will find when you sit it, it will just fall on its face. So, I found a lot of people literally hot gluing a rock or a little bit of lead or a bit of steel or a bit of weight on the bottom so that it would balance again. Now mine sits in a display case, so that's not really an issue for me, it's not a problem. Some people use a small rubber stand or something like that to sit on. The rubber obviously gives a bit of resistance, stops it from rolling. But I'm not worrying about that because mine's going to display case. But if you do worry about it, super glue or hot glue or whatever in the base of the Pokeball, throw in a rock and let it harden, and that'll give it some weight to the bottom. Does mean that whenever you roll it will always land, you know, that way, but risks are risks. Now, batteries. MN21, made of Duracell, obviously get whatever brand you want. They are also known as A23s, V23GA or 3LR50. 12 volts, great wee batteries, are very small and they're powerful. Now when I first built my first Pokeball, I wired it up wrong, so the battery was getting drained even when the light wasn't on. So yeah, I messed that up. So the actual battery pack, which I'll put a link in as well. Now when you're Connecting these cables, you want to go red to green, black to black, and the 2 spare cables here is a red, pink and a blue. You want to just wire those together. Now, however you decide to attach your cables is up to you. If this is for your personal use, you can do it any way you want. Just don't endanger yourself. You can solder them, you can use crimpers. For quickness sake, I'm using electrical tape, just because I can. So, electrical tape around the 2 wires I'm wanting to keep together. Now you can't let these touch or you'll short out the LED. I say short out. You'll mess up the flow. I don't know, I can't remember the actual terms for any of this. Haven't done this sort of thing in school for years. I can wire a plug if you need me to, but that's really about it. And even that I'm not very good at it. I end up leaving loose cables and stuff like that. And I'm one of those guys that as a kid I used to take like stereos and stuff apart. Anything mom bought me that I didn't use anymore. Just to see how they worked. And then put them back together. And I'd always have extra parts. I use the term extra parts. It still worked fine without them for a couple of weeks. And then it would either stop working or it would catch fire. One time I installed a new light in a flat I was living in with my friend. It was actually my friend's mother's flat, we're renting it out to us. Installed a new light in my bedroom, and in installing this new light I removed the ability to switch any other light on in the top floor. So my bedroom light worked, nobody else's did. The bathroom light didn't work or anything. It's hilarious. My friend was on holiday at the time, like my flatmate. He was on holiday, so I just had to leave a note in the bathroom and in his bedroom, just going, sorry, my bad. Right, so battery in, battery back on, all cable together. You know what, now that I've done that, just for an extra bit of security, I am just going to put all this together. Okay. Now, you'll find it will literally slot in. Now you just have to make sure you're putting it in the correct way. There's little clips at the side of it to let you know what side, like where the sides are. Now sometimes it's easier to remove the bottom of the Pokeball, which you can do, but it's kind of fidgety, so I'm not doing that. I managed to do this completely without it. Cables in the bottom half of the Pokeball, closed Pokeball,